Just ahead on Virginia Outdoor Life, we'll take you deer hunting at the most prestigious hunt club in the Commonwealth. Plus, go duck hunting in Virginia Beach and take a ride through some of the most scenic areas of Williamsburg. Stay tuned, Virginia Outdoor Life is straight ahead.
Richard, that's all that counts. As long as I shot more than Richard, that was the important.
Yes, it does. Hey, folks, welcome to Virginia Outdoor Life once again for Saturday, December 23rd. My name is Jim Hale, and alongside me once again is the captain and crack shot, by the way, Eric Burnley.
Oh, yeah. About that. I shot more than Richard. That was the important thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get around to that for a minute, but you know, we've got a fantastic story to start with here, Eric. You know, hunting is all about tradition. Chances are you hunt because your father did, and he does because his did, and so on. Well, that kind of tradition runs deep in Southampton County, where we discovered a man who has passed on the tradition to the entire community.
10, 17, 11. I got 8.
It's an elite hunt club, I think, one of the better ones in the state, probably in the country. The people, I guess, is what makes this club so special. And of course, Mr. Manry started it back after World War II, and you know, it's an old club, and I tend to like things that are old. And
The Manry Hunt Club is 50 years old, to be exact. The club's founding father and namesake is still the president.
Oh, yep. But the ones I had go, ooh, that kind of music.
Edward Manry hasn't hunted in more than 30 years, but at the age of 101, with much of his hearing gone, he can still hear the sounds of deer hounds from days gone by.
And I just love to hear the dog run.
Talking to Ed Manry, one comes face to face with Virginia history. He is the oldest living graduate of Randolph-Macon College and the son of a Confederate hero of the Civil War. But more importantly, he is revered as the founder of a deer hunting club that's about much more than merely hunting.
It's not that much emphasis actually put on killing the game up here. You'll find out if you hunt up here. It's more in the fellowship.
An enduring fellowship, inspired and still nurtured by the man they call Mr. Manry.
Well, he's a real sportsman. And he loved hunting. That's about all I can say. I've had some rough times, hard times, but I don't regret a minute of it.
What a pleasure it was to go out there and meet Mr. Manry and all the gang out there. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, we did go hunting, and we're going to take you on that hunt next week. And by the way, the guys we wanted to see, Jack Herring there, wanted me to tell all the rest of the hunt clubs out there that these guys will challenge any hunt club out there to a foursome out on the golf range.
Oh, they play golf as well?
Yeah, Jack is a local club pro out there, so they'll take anybody on.
Okay.
Once the hunting season ends, they'll tee it up with anybody, they said. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And more from the Manry Hunt Club next week. Lots of outdoor news to tell you about now. First and foremost, the National Marine Fishing Service closed fishing for gray trout between 300 and 200 miles off the coast. But Wednesday, a federal judge blocked the moratorium, leaving the waters open. So we turn to the captain to find out what all this means, Eric.
Well, it means that what has happened is we've got a judge putting his hands in business that he's got no business messing with. The National Marine Fisheries Service did a lot of research, a lot of work went into this moratorium. The weak fish population is way down. We've got serious problems with it. And this judge turns around and just throws out everything that the Marine Service has done over the last 3 or 4 years because of the suit brought by commercial fishing group. And it's just a travesty. The same judge did the same thing to the flounder program. Without going into a lot of detail, it's a bad thing that he has done, and I certainly hope somewhere along the line there's somebody in the federal system that'll overturn him.
Let's hope they're listening.
I hope so. It's
right.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, now on to some other news. Some big changes at hand with the Virginia Saltwater Fishing Tournament. Eric recently sat down with Director Claude Baines to talk about those changes. Among other things, the tournament has been extended, and there are major changes in licensing.
The board felt that it was inappropriate to fund a program which was issuing citations for ocean caught and particularly blue water caught fish like that. The solution was to require that everybody that participates in the program have a saltwater fishing license. The only other way to do it would be eliminate those species from the program, and that would really kind of gut the program and gut the purpose of what we're doing. So yes, this year you will have to have a saltwater fishing license.
One of the first changes that we noticed was the fact that it's going to be a year-round program. It's going to be open from January 1 to December 31st, and that's a new itinerary for this year.
In many ways, I think some of the changes that we're talking about, particularly this one, is indicative of a change in philosophy in the program, probably relating to the fact that our funding source has changed this year, and we're now funded with recreational license monies, and we're probably a little more attuned to answering to the recreational public as a whole, as opposed to trying to account for the money really to the general tax base of the Commonwealth as a whole.
All right, a few other changes for the coming year. The citation size spadefish now 7 pounds, down from 9, and citation size for sea mullet down to 1.5 pounds from 2 pounds. They've also eliminated the out-of-state Angler of the Year award and created 2 new awards. The Expert Angler Award goes to anyone who earns citations in 6 categories in '96, and the Master Angler Award goes to the fishermen who have 25 citations in a lifetime. How you doing on that?
Not well, not well.
Yeah.
Not likely to get any of those.
Well,
but it's a good thing. He's made a lot of changes. Claude Rogers originated the tournament. It started in 1958, and Claude was an inspiration to a lot of people in this area. Now Claude Bain has taken it over, and he has just expanded on what Claude Rogers did, and it's really a good program. It's good for the state of Virginia. It's good for saltwater fishing. It's just a good program.
Great. Well, I know you got at least one citation because we got it up on the wall up here.
1991.
Right. Yeah, stick around because we're just getting started here on Virginia Outdoor Life. The ducks are flying. When we come back, we'll head to the blind for some hunting. Don't go away. Back right after this. For the captain, Eric Burnley, and you know we have to let him know that you would have dozens more of those.
Oh, hundreds.
But you're a charter captain.
That's right.
So you don't get citations.
If I have a charter out and I catch a citation-sized fish while I'm fishing with the charter, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact you can't catch fish.
No, regardless of what Bain says.
All right, folks. A couple weeks, the deer season is going to be wrapping up. Hunters are now setting their sights on the duck. And Eric, you went out earlier this week. How'd it go, bud?
It went pretty good. We had a good time. We went out towards Creed's, went down Princess Anne Road, and for a morning of duck hunting on Back Bay at the Creed's Gunning Club.
Yes, this is Creed's Hunting Club. It's on the western shore of Back Bay. We're a few miles north of the Carolina line. I think this club was built back in the 20s. I've had the same owners since I've known these guys for the last 15 or 20 years. The federal government is buying more and more of the surrounding property up for refuge, so the hunting's only going to get better here. The land immediately north of us and immediately south of us is all refuge, so they don't have a lot of interference. You don't hear a lot of people hunting close by. There's a lot of ducks down here this year. There's just not many flying because the weather's so pretty, but this pond is right out here in this big piece of marsh, and we're maybe 100 yards from the edge of Back Bay itself. And when the wind kicks up and really gets nasty, which makes the ducks fly, this is a perfect sheltered place for them, and the hunting can really be great at times here.
A guy named Zach Taylor wrote a book a couple years ago about waterfowl hunting, and in it he said he was hunting on the eastern shore of Maryland or Virginia, and he was in a duck boat, and somebody had taken a penknife and scratched on the bulkhead of the duck boat. It said first it rained, and then it blew, and then it frizzed, and then it snowed. And that's the best waterfowl weather you can get. It's windy and raining and snowing, and the birds are always looking, they're moving all the time, trying to find some place to get out of the weather.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Are they black ducks? I got one. Go get her, girl.
Fetch it up, good dog.
I don't know. I was down below until he shot, and I stood up, and I took the one going straight up. That one there.
Good dog. Fetch it up.
Green wing teal. Green on the, there's green wing and blue wing. This is a green wing. We have shot some blue wing, but not many. A lot of teal around here. And they fly.
Boy, that looked like fun, Eric.
Yeah, it was. And when he says they fly, he's not kidding. They go about 90 miles an hour. It was just
good shot there, bud.
More luck than anything else.
It's been a while since you knocked down a duck.
Yeah, 1989 was the last time I was able to go waterfowl hunting. Yeah, I really missed it. I used to go every chance I got, and then lost all the leases up there, so haven't had an opportunity to go for a while.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you talk to the duck hunters around here because the tradition goes way back, and you learn that this really used to be duck hunting mecca around here.
This was the place to go, absolutely. The Currituck Sound, Matamasik Lake, or whatever it was down in North Carolina, was the goose hunting capital of the world. Well, and now it's you know, it's just not that way anymore.
Well, we're not through duck hunting yet.
Oh, no.
Ducks are flying. We'll be out there to get them. All right, now, folks, it's time to open up the old outdoors scrapbook. We got some great pictures sent in this week from you guys watching at home, so let's take a look and see.
First up is Rory Swartzer of Virginia Beach. Rory has an 8-point buck that he bagged in Roanoke a couple of weeks back.
Next, David Harris showing off a couple of fish he caught near the Bay Bridge Tunnel. On the left, a spade fish. On the right, a striped bass. David says his fishing idols are Bill Hall and C.L. Marshall.
Next we have Bubba Joe Bauer, Sonny Hurst, and the Reverend Charles Nicola with the striped bass they caught a couple of weeks ago at the Bay Bridge Tunnel. The Reverend's fish weighed in at 21.5 pounds.
Ryan Smith shows off with his first ever buck. Way to go, Ryan. He bagged it last month at the Manry Hunt Club in Suffolk. Ryan, by the way, just 11 years old. Here's a couple of other youngsters posing with a 41-pound blue catfish caught by their grandmother. That's Megan and Kyle Henshaw. Dorothy Morris caught the fish in the Dutch Gap area on the James River.
Next is Sonny Williams, proudly showing off a speckled trout he caught last October. And finally, check out this 16-point buck bagged by Bill Johnson. Bill, who hunts with the Como, North Carolina Farmers Hunt Club, said he felt like king for a day when he took this prize. Bill also let us know that his CB handle is Brer Rabbit. So give him a call next time you're going through Como, North Carolina.
Yeah, glad to have you back with us again, Captain. You know, we have already seen in just a few short months we've been doing the show some absolutely beautiful places around here. Whether it's by boat, by car, whatever, you just never run out of places to go around here. And recently, we did something a little different. We hooked up with a group of people who like to explore on two wheels. Together with the Eastern Virginia Mountain Bike Association, we went up to Williamsburg and pedaled our way through Waller Mill State Park.
Good clean sport, good exercise. I mean, most of the people that are in this have been into biking for a long time. There's a lot of newcomers. But it's a cross between enjoying nature and, you know, just fun in the woods. You've got anywhere from expert riders to, you know, very novice riders. Nobody really leaves anybody in the woods, you know. It's not a race system out here. It's a fun enjoyment thing. We have gone to, from those original 12 members, I think we're up to about 120, between 125 and 150 members now. Anywhere from Virginia Beach side to Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk. We even got a few members from North Carolina, even out to the Richmond area. There are a lot of injuries involved in the sport, and most of it's just due to carelessness. The main aspect is always ride safe. This is a helmets required area. You can get helmets anywhere from the $20 range up to the upper $100. But it's a good idea. It makes things safe. I've broken 3 of them, and I'm still riding. When we get to these log crossings, the novice people that want to get into the sport don't let this scare you. I mean, it's always okay to go ahead and get off your bike and pick your bike up and walk over. Which during races, a lot of experts will do that, you know, just to save time, and it's a positive way of getting over. But it's an obstacle and it's a lot of fun.
I got into it, and actually I got into it to help a knee injury. Doctor said ride a bike, and this seemed like the fun thing to do, and I never dreamed I'd get into it to the extent I did.
You don't have to ride like that to be able to see the outdoors on a bike. There's all kinds of great places to see at a leisurely pace. It's good exercise, a fantastic way to see what is so great about the great outdoors. You know, I have one experience. You know, I did kind of fall off my bike, and it's just kind of like riding a horse, you know. You got to get back on and do it again.
I ride neither a horse nor bike. However, my son, Rick, is quite good at that mountain biking,
yes.
yeah, and he had an argument with a tree up when he was up in Radford, and the tree won.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes bark can be good
young.
to eat.
Well, he's young. He rebounded.
Right.
Somebody my age, I'd still be laid up.
Right. Hey, the calendar's a bit thin with the holidays in full swing, but that turkey shoot we told you about last week runs through tomorrow. They'll be out tonight, and again, starting at 3 tomorrow, maybe you can win a Christmas dinner. How about that? Down to Sandbridge. A good bunch of folks out there for a good cause, the rescue squad down there. Stick around. The hot product time is coming up. We got some more goodies to give away along with the hot product. And we promise you this one will help you all year long. See it coming up after this. Yes. Okay, as promised, it's time for the hot product segment, and we are about to deliver, and this is one that's going to help keep the fishermen informed all year long. And
50 times a year.
It's a great magazine right here, the Fisherman's Magazine.
Fisherman Magazine.
And one reason why I know it's so good is because this guy used to be the editor of the thing,
I was the editor for about 8 or 9 years. Yes, I was. My wife and I kind of got it started.
Okay, well, I'm going to grab the old crab pot here, shake it up a little bit.
This will be for a 11-year subscription to the Fisherman Magazine.
That's a pretty darn good deal. Why don't you reach in there and grab one there, Captain?
Okay.
And the winner is...
Mac Richardson Jr. of West Point.
Hot dog. You got one, and you know anybody that lives in West Point.
Got a fish.
Fisherman.
Got the fish.
Hey, Eric, we got another little giveaway, as we told them. Coming here, and we're going to do this thing again. We got 2 tickets to the RV show. What are the dates on that?
Tidewater Recreational Vehicle and Sports Show, January 19th through the 21st.
It's a great show. It really is.
It's at the Pavilion.
All right. And I'm just going to reach in here and grab one.
Do one.
I don't. Okay.
There you got it.
All right. Nice. I like to see what kind of cards.
Oh, I do too. I like to see the pictures.
And this is from Carla Ketterman of Virginia Beach.
Well, she won't have to travel far to see the Tidewater show.
Tell us whatever you want to tell us.
The nicer you are to us, the more likely we are. It's just an aurora about that kind of thing that draws us to it.
That's right. Well, Eric, if our fishing people can't get what they want for Christmas, tell me, is it going to be a good week coming up here?
It could be. I wish I knew for sure, but it could be. Striped bass in the lower bay. We got 1 week of season left. Get out there and give it a try. I don't know. We were out Monday of this past week, and it wasn't very good, but that doesn't mean it won't turn back on again. Outer Banks of North Carolina surf fishing should be good for striped bass and for speckled trout. There should be king mackerel out of Hatteras Inlet. We ought to be seeing the first of the giant bluefin run out of Hatteras Inlet, and we ought to be seeing yellowfin running out of Oregon Inlet. So yes, we should have some fishing around if the weather gives us a break. This time of year, the weather is a real deterrent.
Yeah, speaking of bluefin, I think it's about time we set something up to.
Oh, I want you to catch a bluefin. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, I want to catch a bluefin.
I want you to catch one.
That's right. That's going to be something.
I caught one once. Woo! See if you want to do 2 of them after you do the first one.
That's great. Hey, thanks for joining us again, folks, and we hope you have a safe and healthy and very enjoyable holiday season.
Absolutely.
We'll see you again next week. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.